Welcome to YUE Network News, the #1 YouTube channel for advocacy on social and environmental justice issues in America. I'm Joshua, reporting the news you may have missed but need to know. Today's news headline is, don't believe the hype. Don't believe that worn out story that young African Americans and young people in general don't care about voting. All across America, we see young people getting involved in political engagement by protesting. The streets are speaking out against social injustices. Young people of color understand that every voice is a vote that counts. We want to be heard. Here's the problem. Republican lawmakers in states across America have created laws to make it harder for people of color to back their voice with a vote. What does voter suppression look like? Many states are aggressively purging their voter registration rolls to remove millions of eligible voters, mostly using erroneous information. And they are targeting voters in communities of color to reduce the number of eligible votes. What does voter suppression look like? Well, you have to mail a voting ballot by a certain date in order to be received on time. But then the mailbox in your neighborhood is suddenly missing. And the mail sorting machines at the post office have been disassembled. Your ballot won't get there in time to be counted. What does voter suppression look like? Election officials use false claims of voter fraud to justify strict requirements, like having a photo ID in order to cast a ballot. Also, election officials across the country have closed thousands of polling stations and reduced early voting, largely affecting communities of color. Voter suppression tactics like these are designed to discourage us from exercising our legal right to vote. America's streets are filled with young protesters wanting their voices to be heard. There is no right more fundamental in a democracy than your right to vote. Let's save our democracy. So don't believe the lies and the hype. Everything on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram isn't necessarily true. Don't fall for the latest voter suppression tricks on social media. A no vote is not a protest vote. It's just another black voice that got suppressed and won't be heard. The truth is, Republicans can't win an election by playing fair. They have to fix the system in their favor with funds from wealthy donors. You know it's true. That's because the 2020 presidential election is the most important election in modern history. And young people are voting as a bloc could change the course of history. Today, more than ever, young people are going to take us forward, or the voter suppressors will take us backwards. Republicans are looking for ways to disrupt the democratic process and steal the election. This year, 1 in every 10 voters is between the ages of 18 and 23. Your vote could be the one that saves our democracy. Our goal at YUE Network News is to register 1 million young voices to vote in the presidential election. We are young urban environmentalists, the youth voice of America, raising awareness of voter suppression and social injustices. Our votes matter. Fight for your right to vote. This is YUE Network News, the voice of young America. I'm Joshua, reaching out to young urban environmentalists across the country. Let's keep moving forward to build a better America. Tune in next week for more YUE news you missed and need to know.